Welcome back, everybody. ASRNZ BTCC Championship 2021. It's race 2. It's Oulton Park, and as usual, Farmer is sitting right beside me here. Farmer, how you going, mate?
Oh, yeah, great, buddy. Yeah, good to be back here again for race 2. Just had a ripper of a first sprint race there. Looking forward to this one. Looking forward to this.
We are,
Absolutely.
and I'm just going to quickly pick up on Stoner's card. The boys are in qualifying. We were
We're
very
into it.
thirsty, so we're a little
We're
bit
into
longer
it.
than we normally would take.
We were very thirsty there.
um,
And
so
we were chatting away and we kind of missed this, but a few boys out on track there. Crompo, I think, is going to be the first one to come across the line. We've got Troy out, Racing Mules out, and you guys, the Narcos, Jake's out. There's a few of them. They're all out there, Davo.
So we'll just pick back up on Compton because he is first car on the track. Out of Druids and down through, I think you might have had your corners back a couple, mate.
Yeah, Lodge Corner there, is it around the end?
Final Corners Lodge. Deep Leap is over the crest, and we have Old Hall, which is one, and as he comes up, 59.7. Troy next car on track.
59.7.
Yeah, 59.7. Troy in the VTEC with a 1 minute and a half. Well back. The Narcos everywhere out of the final turn in the Mondeo. No, it wasn't even. It was bloody Druids. I thought it was the final turn. He was that sideways, but no, it was Druids.
Okay, he's still coming.
But he's held on to it. Great work there, Liam. Keep it going, brother. Who else do we got?
Stoners in there with a minute flat in the P2. Oh. Jake with a minute .1. Kenny with a minute .1.
Yep.
Troy with a minute and a half. Ashley there with a minute .7. Oh, who we got coming around next? Racing Mill will be the next across the line.
I think I'm on Racing Mill. Let's be on Racing Mill. Okay, let's do this.
We've got Enright, John McDonald and whatnot on their outlap. So we'll just keep an eye.
So we've got Mule. They've got the two Volvos coming around. So we've got Mule and then Crossland.
Yeah, Crossy also on his hot lap as well. And Mule puts it into P7 with a 101.3.
Not bad work there for Mule. I think his PB last race was a 102. So excellent work from Carlo there.
Yeah, good stuff.
We just see Crossy rip down nice and deep into Lodge. And really tidy little entry there. He's really got this thing wound up here. Let's see what his time looks like. He's done a 1:0 and a half, so not too bad.
Provisional P6 there, Davo, yeah.
You know how quickly that can slip away, Farmer.
Oh, absolutely. Just keeping an eye. We've got Aaron Enright coming around. He's on his hot lap. John Boy is on his hot lap. Beck Grills is on a hot lap. Okay, Glenn is also on a hot lap.
So I'm suspecting Enright was the lead car at the moment.
Enright will be next across the line, yeah. And Enright with a great qualifying last time. Got a little bit unlucky at a turn 1 in race 1. Just
I think he was one of the alphas that got
at the moment there.
One of the alphas that got tangled up into that T1 incident. So unfortunate for Enright. Puts the alpha in 4th position provisionally. Donald
with a minute .1. We've got McDonald coming round, coming up through the deep layer there across the line. Where's he going to put it?
Come on.
Oh, minute flat, Davo.
Minute
flat. P3.
It's not too bad. Gleno.
Glenn across the line. Now this will be one to watch.
Here we go. Oh!
Straight to the top.
Straight to the top. Makes amends for...
Nice. Pete Aspie into P8 as well, mate, with another minute.
Nice. Okay, so now we're waiting for Melling, Burst, Sopra, Mudgee. Now, none of these boys even started their flying laps, so
No, we just see Jeff
Burst.
Burst just
And
start
look
on
how
his hot lap
nice
at
that
the
car
moment.
looks. It's got a really nice suspension setup on there.
Yeah, right. It's a very tricky section here, Dave. Very bumpy, trying to settle the car to get into the brakes, into this little corner here through the Cascades. Knickerbrook into Clay Hill.
Knickerbrook it is, Clay Hill, the water tower, and then up. This is water tower. Druids is the right-hander. Look at how settled that car looks.
It does look good actually.
Looks
there,
really
Davo,
nice and supple in either whatever it is. It's the spring rate or the dampening. It's got the car looking really nice. It's soaking the bump, Farmer, and you know how much pace
a little
that
bit
can
of
give you.
understeer into the turn, but he's still got it quite nice around there, Davo, as he comes across the line.
For a provisional 8.
Throw into
Soper.
P8.
Now, I just see Soper on track just quickly.
Just going to watch Melling across the line.
For a 6 provisionally.
P6.
Looking good. We're not waiting on too much.
Across the track here.
Soper 16th, 15th. Good to see he's got the half melted.
And Mudgee whipped in there with a 59 as well to put it into P3.
Oh, Mudgee, nice work. Okay,
nice work from Mudgee at the end there.
Well, he's clearly picked up where he's left off, as has Crompton, Farmer. Both those boys.
The only man out on track now is Ryan Gilbranson there, just on his outlap at the moment, Davo.
Can't see that happening. But just looking at that...
He's not going to have enough time, actually, to get around there, Davo. With 14 seconds to go, he's not going to get to the finish line to be able to start his hot lap.
That is not going to happen. But, yeah, let's just dissect, second, third, fourth and fifth. Even first with Gleno up the pointy end there in the start of race 1 before. We saw there was a little bit of technical drama, possibly some connection issues, bit of lag. Glenn jumps to start. He's back in the pits. He's come back to 5th for race 1. And look at that little group. It's all over the place. The points have changed. This is going to be an interesting race, Farmer.
It's going to be an interesting race. It's super tight at the top there between Glenn Crompo and Mudgee there.
It is.
Within a tenth of each other, and or half a tenth of each other. Even.
Oh, and the points. And the points.
And the points as well. Exactly.
Also very, very close. And look.
Stoners is up there again too. Yeah.
You guys probably don't need a reminder, but I'll just give you a bit of a rundown about some of the stats. These little cars, we are running 0 ABS in these cars now. Given the bumpiness of this surface here, these guys. That's not a bad effort, is it, Farmer?
No, it's not a bad effort at all.
0 ABS, very little traction control, and mate, and a circuit that is so flowy that. It just begs to be cut inside and out. Now, with our PLP app running, which is standard ASRNZ for protocol for Assetto Corsa, that always proposes a problem. The boys will be counting that. And obviously all the other flag stuff is in order, readdress, as usual, all that stuff. The boys are on the grid. Oh, who do we watch, Farmer? It was melee up the... It was sort of mid-pack last race. I don't know where to even start here. 25 seconds to go. This is race 2. 40-minute race, Farmer. The fuel. The fuel is an issue.
The fuel is an issue here, but some of the Monteo boys are saying they could possibly make it.
Yeah. Who's your money on? We have the lights up, a couple of less cars with some DNFs. This is race 2. Go Mudgee. Race 2, ASRNZ, BTCCs. Let's hit it, guys.
We're off. And to clinch up the game, mate, because he was gone very well there.
Very quickly. The Mondeo is not the quickest thing off the line. Crompton well wide.
Well wide.
Cameras to catch up with
Mudgie's
all.
gained a spot.
Mudgy.
Glyn is gone, and I can't help but think he might have had a little infringement there. That's a hell of a gap. It's on at the back there too, Davo.
To see them all file down into that little crossover there, that little sector of track that's just always the dodgiest bit of the track.
Let's just get our cars off the grid too, mate. Just
Yes,
a reminder.
please.
As we just flick back there, I'm just going to keep an eye, and there's a massive bunch of cars. I don't know who to watch, Davo. It's tight across the whole field here at the moment.
It is. Lap 1 is all so difficult for us. We're not sure what to. We just see McDonald and Melling change positions. Oh, it's actually McDonald Stoner's
Stoner's
gone well wide.
Well wide there from
have to drop
through
back.
Lodge corner, mate. And
We got Jake, Enright, Burst, Kenny.
We got Glyn through the pits, and we called it, mate. He's jumped
Oh,
the start.
you did call it. I saw that position change. I was hoping it wasn't Glenn. Here we go. Oh, he'll be filthy.
He will be filthy. After 4 from 4, he's had a couple of shitter starts, mate. If anyone can bring it back, we know Glen can. He came in 5th last race.
Now, he got out in 6th last time from the same, nearly identical scenario, Farmer. So
yes.
he's one position up from where he was before, but look at this battle on behind him. Jake McKenna, Enright, Burst and Melling. It is tight. It is really tight.
And Kenny also on the back there. We saw Kenny. Go. Who's that? Enright up on the inside of Jake there.
Enright takes.
He's got it done, and also who have I got there? Is that Burst him in a number?
Burst wants a part of that.
He does. Oh, and all the boys shifting wide through there. Let's use the track. And I just noticed we've got Aaron and Jake with a cut there through that first turn. Oh, it's on, mate. It's on. Get right. Jakey. Burst is trying to make the most of it. Kenny's in there for us.
Mate, I just counted 4 position changes in 3 corners. I don't know what.
And the interesting one here, I think, is Kenny. We know Kenny does the 59s. We saw him
we do.
last race.
So
he's in the back of this group. So
he is. So we're just out of the back end. We'll just drop back to McKellar's car.
And Glenn with the fastest lap last lap, mate. He is in the 59s, the only one in the 59. So probably a very angry man behind that wheel, having to do another drive through.
So yeah, we'll just pick up on Glenn's car as he actually chases down the Mondeo of Stoner and the other, and it's Stoner and McDonald trade paint. We're trading paint. Gleno is up the outside of good friend.
Gleno's going to get McDonald as well.
It's on. They're side by side. It's on.
Yeah, he's got him, Davo. And I wonder if John just made a little error there and he slipped back 2 positions.
Well, it's Stoner and McDonald traded paint. Coming back through the little transition there. Definitely made McDonald check up on the throttle. Glenn saw that little opening and took immediate advantage of it. So, high intensity racing right there. This is close stuff. These guys.
This is close stuff. These guys are hard racers, mate.
They are hard racers. That's right.
They're fighting for every inch of track there.
And look, I don't know Stoner's history that well. I know these other 2 boys pretty well, but I don't know whether Stoner's realises what is.
Yeah, what sort of history he's got behind him.
That's right.
Yeah, 35 minutes to go with those 2 in the mirrors, mate. I would not want to be in his boots right now, I tell you.
I'd be sweating already. I'd definitely be sweating already. In saying all that, well, let's just have a quick poke up the front here. Look at Mudgy. Mudgy, mate, he wants that again.
He does, and I called it at the start there. I said, go Mudgy. I can't help but think that Crompo's got some really great pace on that. In that French, is that the French Ferrari, mate?
That is the French Ferrari of the Persian. Compton all over the back of Mudgee. Yes, not the fastest little thing in a straight line.
Yeah,
Does
so
well under
Crompo,
brakes though, so.
Crompo 4/10 quicker than Mudgee last lap round, so.
Now,
good pace.
Crompo will be watching his mirrors because he has that little melee behind him, which is the Stoners Glenn McDonald battle. Now
those boys are 4 seconds behind at the moment.
That is such a big gap after only 6 minutes, Farmer.
That is a big gap, and we've got 3 big punters there, 3 real fast guys that are 4 seconds behind you. So those guys at the front, great pace, and we see Glenn there just looking around the outside of Stoners, and it's compromised them as John gets to have another look down the inside, and the Alphas are side by side mate across the line.
Italian taxis, look out people, here we go.
At a state status quo, does it? They're both red. Very hard to tell who's in front of who, mate. I think Glenn holds his position, and look at the gap behind Stoners now. These guys were right behind him there before.
Yeah. I think Lukey, just as we drop back from Lukey there back to this battle here, I think Luke will definitely be breathing a sigh of relief that these guys are fighting as hard as they are amongst themselves. I think we need to drop back just quickly, Farmer, and probably just get a mention out to these boys down the back here. This Kenny Simpson, Aspie, Burse, Crossland battle. It is.
Yeah, mate, isn't it? Sort of from Melling through to Aspie.
This looks like it's like the first lap here. Like watching these boys here, and this is for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and pretty well 13th and 14th. So that's a big list.
Yeah, it is a big list. We just watched Jeff Burst there, just put a couple of wheels off the track round 1.
Yeah, never one to back down, Burst.
3 Vauxhalls in a row there, Davo.
I see that.
Yeah, just kind of maybe that's where their pace is around this track, perhaps. All the boys, 3 big names there peddling those cars. Good to see Aspie in amongst it, actually, mate, between Crossy and Kenny there. And he'll be relishing a good position. Where's our old mate Ashley there, mate? He's back at 14, so okay, he's still getting there. Crossy in the Volvo, and we saw Crossy with good pace a little bit earlier. He's tucked in behind Pete Aspie. Not too much changing as the boys all round to round 1. Crossy's showing some pretty good pressure in that Volvo, although most of the boys just kind of carrying on.
They are.
Much happening there. They all looks pretty clean and tidy.
They do all look very and line of stern and driving extremely quickly. Solid, typical BTCC style, really fast, really tight stuff, and nice measured racing from all, actually. Look at that group of cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars in a row there, all only a matter of car lengths between them. We might just pop back, have a quick look at Soap, Zanaka, Racing, all the boys sitting out there just biding their time. Good time. We just noticed that Ashley Vedica's actually crept up on the back of Troy, which is on the back of that big pack of cars, which goes all the way to Melling, the Renault. And then beyond that is front group of cars.
I think this is where the battle is going to be for the next 30 minutes.
It is, and it's amazing how these
great pack here.
It is like the little top group of cars, that top 2 at the front and the just behind it there. Then pretty well the rest of the field's nearly all together.
Ian.
just as sorry, stop for words there. I just saw.
Ashley's got into the pits too, mate. Just noticing that in the background there.
Yep. I just noticed Gleno just starting to lean on the back of Stoners a little bit there.
Yes, and he's dragged John Boy through with him there, so these guys have caught up to that little gap that they lost to Stoners with a little extrusion later, sort of earlier on, and Crompo and Mudgee now 5.8 seconds ahead of this battle now.
That's a big gap, isn't it, Farmer?
Wow, there's some great pace from those front two runners, mate. And you've got these three guys that we know are super quick.
Super fast. And look, a testament, and like we've already touched on it tonight, and we have mentioned in the past how soft we thought the Mondeos were. Farmer.
Yes,
exactly. We both put our hand up for that. But what a showing tonight. Like, seriously, we've got the Stoners Mondeo keeping Glenn and McDonald at bay. And then we've got Mudgee out in front keeping Compton at bay in the French Ferrari. Like, mate,
yeah,
this is their track.
Okay too, mate. Yeah, this must be their track.
So, yeah, Mudgee doing well.
British track. Do we have a British car in this field? They will. I would have thought there's no one's testing track.
No.
There's no reason for the Mondi to be going quick here. Clearly the boys are just gelling with that car.
Stoney runs wide.
Really wide.
Oh, lets them both through.
Nickelbrook there, and both those alphas rip past. And, God, it doesn't take much, does it?
It doesn't. Oh, you can imagine Stoners what he's feeling right now.
That's Soper on the side of the road there too, mate.
That was Soper, just letting these boys go past. He wants to get well out of the action as we just get in the car with John McDonald. What can he do here? Like, Farmer, like...
I'm not sure, but I noticed a couple of the boys in the background there. Stoners pitting, Ashby pitting, Jet Burst pitting, so...
Oh, really? Okay, let's get back onto that.
Obviously, these guys need fuel, and
the vectors
are getting it done early, eh?
All the vectors are pitting. So we did hear Crompton talk about it was going to be a flat chat race for him, quick splash. You know, like when we say they need to take fuel, we're only talking like 5 litres or something, aren't we, Farmer?
Yes,
if that sometimes. So
right.
It's literally a splash of fuel. Doesn't matter where throughout the race that they give it that splash, and they're off. So. Watch this space. Burst back into 12th. Now it starts to equalise.
SB and Racing Mule behind him, and Racing Mule just done a PB there on his last lap. So
again, nice work from Carlo, aka Racing Mule.
Bez kept his Mondeo on track so far too.
Crossland in the pits.
Crossy in the pits. Oh, very interesting, Davo. And we heard from Munchie that
okay, see where he comes in now. He was behind Burst, yes?
Yes.
He's come out in front of all of the vectors there. He has jumped 4 cars, I think. That Volvo is in front of... That's impressive.
He's come out behind Stoners, hasn't he? So, you know, Stoners was a P4, I think. P5 possibly going into the pit, so that would be a great gain from Crossy if he's managed to pull that off, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, outstanding pit stop.
So yeah, we'll have to wait to see how that comes out. That is a car off the track, I can hear. Oh, it's Soper again, just getting out of the road. Nice work from the young Soper to get that car off track with the lead group running through. Mudgee flat out up the top. Crumpton chasing Gleno and McDonald in formation.
Yes. And these guys possibly sharing setups too, I would possibly say, Davo. They're good mates off track.
They are good mates, you would expect so. Enright in following up in the 3rd Italian taxi with Belling that not far behind, so nice work from Stephen there. Really good solid 6th position. I don't know how that Renault goes on fuel either. I haven't seen Mellon come in yet. As we just watch here, they all run through for another lap.
Kenny in the pits, mate, just popped in
Oh,
at a
yep.
P8 there. He's gone in for a splash and
Yep,
dash.
yep.
Um,
That takes us back down to Stoners in 10th. Now we know that the Crossland's already pit. Burst is pit. Aspie's pit. Mule in the Volvo Bear, number 15.
yeah, Stoners is really the first of the pits, isn't he?
I think so.
I think as Kenny comes out behind Stoners there, and he's possibly jumped Crossy and Burst as well, actually. I think
he has too. It was definitely
behind those guys.
Yeah,
the 3 veterans were in a row, weren't they?
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was definitely behind Burst, and he was Crossy was definitely behind the whole lot of them. So
Crossy was behind the 3 of them. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, good gains from Crossy, but I think Kenny's also managed to make gains there.
He's made a couple of positions easily. So
Kenny's best lap of the race is in the 59, so he has still got good pace in that car.
So just watching Stoners here, his lap times aren't really anything to sing about at the moment. Probably just trying to keep his head down, but he's made his pit stop. And he'll be able to run to the end now. So as we just see, I think that's Burst way off the track, letting Aspie through. He might just shoot back up the. Oh, somebody else off just here quickly. Oh, Burst and Aspie.
Crossy's off as well. Aspie's off.
It was Aspie and
lucky there, and I missed what happened, Dave.
Aspie and Crossy just got together. Looked like I think the Volvo might have been sideways. I wasn't just caught the end of it, but that's unfortunate for both of those boys. Losing a couple of positions. We'll just flick back up the front.
I'm just noticing that Glyn and John McDonald last lap round, both in the 59, 59.8, 59.7. Those guys done their best hot lap of the race, and some hot pace up there.
Yeah. You see Troy roll into the pits there on my data as well, but yeah, hot pace, like you said, Farmer. Like, these guys aren't mucking around. Surely these alphas aren't going to run that long. There's no way at that pace they can run that long.
No, I don't believe those guys are going to run the whole race. I can't say but that Peugeot or Crompos has just been solid, mate.
It has.
59s every lap. And
he's had the space to do it though, hasn't he? He's been out the front with Mudgee.
He has. Mudgee with a minute flat last lap round. He's done a 59.6 during race.
Wow. So look, it is this top 4 cars, probably more actually. The top 7 cars we really want to keep an eye on. Who's that off? That's Soper again, Mr. Soper in the Audi.
Oh.
So we just watched Mudgee and Crompton come through, Druids.
Crompo hasn't let him go, has he? He's
no, not at all.
You know, he got close early on and got back to this 0.7 gap, and it's really stayed there for the majority of the race. And you wonder whether Crompo's just content to stay there with Mudgee, or whether he's pushing.
I mean, look, if he's playing the long game, you know, you'd think, well, Crompton's got probably more points up his sleeve than Mudgee has.
Yeah, okay. So
and he's still in.
That I do have though, Davo, is that we think that Mondeo can make it on fuel, but we don't know about the Peugeot, and certainly a lot of other brands can't make it on fuel.
No, and particularly
the big question mark around this Mondeo, mate.
And particularly given that the Peugeot is doing 59s. Consistently.
Consistently every lap. It
really does make you wonder whether it's going to make it. So, Bear Grylls in the pit.
And Crompo actually starting to make little inroads on Mudgee at the moment. there, Davo, and he's got it down to half a second now. So
And this is where the mind games start, isn't it, Farmer? Like, does Crompo go in just that lap before?
yes,
I
does
know.
Mudgee push, or does he try and make it to the end? Is he going to pit? Yeah, is Crompo going to pit? He won't know. He won't know Crompo's strategy because we've been told by Crompo there.
Yes.
That he is going to pit.
We're privy to the information.
We know he's going to pit, but we think Mudgee is possibly going to try and make it through. So.
I just noticed, if you want to just have a quick flick back there, Farmer, that Glenn and McDonald have really got a big gap between them now. So an issue there with
you're right,
McDonald's Alpha going well back.
These boys
timing
also last lap round 59.6 for Glenn, 59.8 for John Boy. So these guys have still got really hot pace.
Yeah. These guys have got to come in surely. As they go round again.
Watch them zip through and they just carry on, mate.
Again. Melling again. Jake. So none of the top
carrying
7.
On. Yeah.
So as was about 5 minutes ago, Stoner's the first pitted car.
Kenny right behind Stoners too.
Kenny knows slouch in these things. Oh, he would. Being late last week was really a disappointment and really has affected his championship. That his name should be well up on that championship board at the moment. But that late start in R1, race 1 at Brands Hatch last week has really affected his championship goals there. Was definitely looking for a podium in the championship, I think, Simpson.
Just a little bit unfortunate for Kenny with the time zone difference there.
Absolutely, it's very early.
He was trying to get his dinner down, I think, there. And,
well,
happened to miss the race start
he's in Queensland, in Australia, which is 3 hours earlier than you boys, and it's still very, very much daylight.
Yes.
when this whole thing starts here in Australia, so looking Kenny
from our Australian boys to get online.
It is.
What would be 6 o'clock in the afternoon when most of us are thinking about having dinner, and he's putting the heat on Stoners.
Still on Stoners there. As we just flick back, I think, Farmer, we'll just take you back to this Aspie Racing Mule. Ashley Rediger.
Yeah.
Battle going on here. We'll have a quick little look at that before we pop back up the front.
Just keeping an eye on the little battle up the front there, Davo. But, like you say, the Aspie Racing Mule.
Crossland. Battle there going on. It is Crossland, isn't it? No, it's Ross Racing Mule. Ashley. Yeah, there
and Ashley, yeah.
It's very tight. See him as they head down into
very
Lodge
tight.
there. Like nearly bumper to bumper. Extremely close and very focused racing, these guys. You know, they're not the easiest car to drive, like just by yourself on the track, mind you. And these guys are racing them within a car length of each other in anger, and lap after lap, it is amazing to watch. It is
definitely driving them in anger.
Definitely driving in anger.
You so want to be quicker than that guy in front of you, don't you?
You do, always do. And as we speak...
Oh, what a big moment there up on 2 wheels from... Oh, who was in the Volvo Racing Mule? And it just got him a hell wide. And, mate.
The camera's just stepped away from that.
Woo.
Before that, unfortunately, as Racing Mule regathers in behind the Crossland Volvo. Unfortunate for Carlo there. And the cameras had just flicked away from that as we sort of look back up the front. to have a look at Glenn off the track in the Alpha. Enright
and
pass,
he's
that's
dropped a
big.
couple.
Melling will easily
Melling
take
as
him.
well. Wow.
So he's lost 3 positions. Will he pit? Farmer.
This is so surprising, Davo. We've had 4 front 4 wins from Glenn. We've had a
pushing.
absolute precision
I
clean
betcha.
racing from him.
Oh, I knew he'd do that.
He's in. Yeah.
He
he's
had to do that. That's a tyre issue. I'm sure he was probably a little bit distracted with the fuel figures, but that was definitely a tyre issue coming off at Druids. I don't even have to look at the replay to know that.
I'm just watching as he exits the pits here.
It's Stoners, and that's the car. That is the datum car. That is the first
that is our lead
pitted
hitter,
car.
isn't it?
Yes. So that's ticked the first box for Glenn in the Alpha there.
Okay, so that kind of suggests to us that most of those boys sort of melling forward will get out in front of these guys after watching Glenn make that big error and coming behind them.
We need to get up front. Check out.
So, I tell you, Crompo is all over Mudgy in the front, mate.
Let's get it. Just quickly
This
get
is-
in this
This is not
Peugeot
stopping.
and have a look at what the pressure Crompton can apply with this Peugeot. It's not quick everywhere on the track, but when it is quick, it is very dominant. It gets a very nice braking area, really nice tidy entry line, which gives him a little bit of a run, but the car just doesn't have the grunt and really does pretty well fail to deliver, doesn't it, down the end of this chute there, Farmer? So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can really see he's driving the absolute tits off it and really struggling to stay with that Mondeo actually.
But then you look at it there, look how stable it looks, and then here we go down into this
Little gain, isn't it? Little gain through one there for Crompo.
Down into Foster's here, this bumpy little braking area, and into this little chicane. Look at it, riddled with chicane. Got ripple strips. There's more ripple strips than anything else just down there through those 2 corners. And he's right up behind him again. Here again, we saw him back here in race 1 where he eased off, gave the Mondeo some space and then attacked and did some really good work, but still again fails to deliver down the end here.
Ooh,
very deep.
Brakes, Dave. Right up against the Monday there. Whoa.
Close stuff. This is where it happened down into 1 last time. I think he forced it into 1, 2 and 3. Will it happen there again? We've still got 10 minutes to run here. They've got to pit.
Someone's got to pit here, mate. Can't help but think that this Peugeot looks pretty comfortable behind Mudgy, actually.
He does. As much as it looks like he's pushing. To me it looks like he's pushing, but the car does look settled and comfortable.
It does look very settled on track, yeah. And just noticing he's able to just come through the corners, maybe a little bit better than Mudgy there. He's sort of got him under brakes into Lodge Corner down here at the end, and he's really close this time, Dave.
It's pretty close there. Look at that.
Oh my God!
And he just has that little half a car width extra, doesn't he? He's just not really extending the car all the way to the limits of the road. Super close here. Oh, dude, this is good.
This is good. And
just pop back into the Compton's car, I think here.
Oh, mate, is he putting some pressure on the back of that Mondeo? And
mate, you can read the part numbers on the tail lights.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know that little fine print under the rear lights? There's Michelin, mate, and Crompo's got us close enough to be able to focus on that. Easily. We could almost probably listen to Mudgy's radio station there if we wanted to.
Yeah, you can hear the sub going off in the boot, because that's how all Mondeos sound, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to doof it if you're in a Mondeo, mate.
Well, that's the only way you're going to stand out, really, isn't it?
Exactly. That'll put the kiddie seats out here.
Okay. So we got something going on down the back. Burst is off track. Unfortunate for Jeff there.
A big mistake. Yes.
T1, easy to do. Not sure
And
what
he's
happened there.
Still dropping back, actually.
Still dropping back. I think we got someone off. Could be one of the Audis. Again. Yes, I think we got a bit of lag from Soper. Soper probably shouldn't be on the track.
Yeah,
with that sort of lag.
Earlier, even Davo, actually, and maybe
So
struggling a little bit there.
We'd hope that gets dealt with sooner rather than later. That car is definitely not.
Perhaps we could get the Soper Club there to maybe like give a little page there.
Flick him a text, mate.
Get Soper on base, update the hardware.
FaceTime him.
And
just have a look at
Mondi getting out of the Volvo there, getting out of the road.
Yeah, I think that was Neil there. So we just watched the boys run through. We've got about 8.5 minutes to go. Crompton is relentless. He has not stopped. This has been going.
Mate, this is pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, 32.5 minutes, like whatever it is. Like the whole time. These guys have been inseparable. Awesome racing. Little mistake from Glenn in one of the Italian taxis has dropped him from 3rd back to 7th. But McDonald picked up and took advantage of that, putting himself in 3rd position. Enrod in 4th. Steve Melling also taking advantage into 5th. Jake into 6th. Stoner's now sitting in 8th after having a fairly commanding start again, I think, Farmer.
Yes.
Stoners, but just getting it off at Druids again, such a tough corner. Kenny Simpson doing well, considering it's been a bit of an up and down race, and he is one of the pitted cars. So he is 3rd, I think, of the pitted cars. And we have McDonald in the pits.
McDonald is in, okay. So I think we would expect to see most of these boys in front of Glen Pitt. We're not really going to know what's going to be the outcome there until those guys do that. I'll just keep an eye on where McDonald does pop out, and look, he's well in front of Glen and Stoners there, so can't help but keep an eye on this Crompo Mudgee battle up the front there, Davo. It's just so close.
It is extremely
and he's
close.
Actually having a little look down the outside of Mudgee
This track begs you to put the nose up. Nearly on every corner. Mudgee, all he can see is that bloody Peugeot in every mirror. Doesn't matter which way he looks. Surely that's breaking his concentration. Is Compton nearly on the grass up on the outside of him?
Almost thinking about going around the long way, wasn't he? And Mudgee was letting him know that ain't going to happen, buddy. Yeah.
This is ramping up. 6 minutes to go, viewers.
Oh, my God. Yes, this
BTCC, sponsored by Mackindale Constructions. I must mention, this has not failed to deliver all year so far. And again, here we go. Compton.
Crompo showing the nose. But
again.
Saying, I don't think so, buddy. Both of them wide, round one.
Seriously wide, far.
No cuts there, Davo. It's obviously good to go out there. Oh, Mudgee pushing again in the car.
Oh, Crompton looks so deep under brakes. I'll get into Crompton's car here.
I think he's rattling Mudgee. I really think he is.
I think this is the last push. Farmer, what about fuel? We haven't even talked about fuel.
I know. What's happening about fuel with these guys? I don't think they can make it.
You can't roll for 2 laps.
You can't do 59s for the entire race and get there, mate. No, somebody's got to give here. 5 minutes to go. These guys will be looking at their gauges and really, I mean, they'll know whether they can get there or not.
See one of the Volvos drop in. Unbelievable. It carries on. Look at this. Tight, very tighty line. Again, Compton gets it right up beside him. Down into this little angle. Oh.
Mudgee doesn't think twice about shutting the door on him, does he?
He's got nowhere to go.
Buddy.
Up on two wheels. The Audi, the warping Audi. Oh no, it's got in tears.
Don't need a warping Audi on the apex of that corner. Soper goes to the grass.
Soper really needs to get that car off the circuit. Very tight stuff. That slight braking concentration can be disastrous at this stage of the race, Farmer. We've got 4 minutes to go. This is hot. These guys have been inseparable the whole race. This is for first position. And here we go. Compton goes to attack. Oh, he goes in.
Mudgee's in.
This had to happen. This had to happen.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oh, Mudgee needs to make this count.
Just sit on Mudgee's car. We'll need to see where Mudgee comes out. One of the final pitting cars. 3.5 minutes to go.
3.5 minutes to go. Crompo carries on.
Comes out.
How much fuel has he got in that thing?
In front of Stoner. Unbelievable. He's come out in second position.
Yeah, well, look, these guys had a good 8-second lead in that field, Davo. So
that is amazing. As we watch Compton go through Druids, we'll just pick up on Compton now. We need to watch the fight. We didn't watch the first half of his lap. I'm sure it's quick. He's very focused tonight, Compton.
Mate, he is 0.1.
Here we go. He's got to go in.
Best lap of the night. He is absolutely flying.
He's in. The Peugeot is in. Let's watch this. This would want to be quick.
That was a absolute on the edge hot lap, mate, to get in there. He is really trying to extract everything out of that. Okay, here, and he's off. He's out. Where's he going to join? Mudgee's rounding turn 1 at the moment. He's cleared him, Davo.
Here we go.
Mudgee's cleared him.
Here we go.
In fact, Mudgee's done it. Mudgee's done very well there for his pit stops, mate.
Mudgee has done exceptionally well. Has he got the fuel?
And he's gained 2.6 seconds on Crompo. Wow. It just goes to show that Mudgee obviously nailed that pit stop. The boys were onto him.
Oh, mate.
The fuel was in.
The Ford team stepped up as much as the driver has. Nice work. Mark Mudgee. Dominant force tonight.
Very dominant force tonight there, Davo.
We wind down, Farmer. Only a little over 1.5 minutes to go. But
yeah, Mudgee with a good 2.6 second lap now, and I think he's probably status quo to the end. We've got Alpha, and 3, 4th, and 5th.
5th, yes, rounding it out with Glenn. Melling in the first of the Laguna, the Renaults. Stoner in 7th, one of the first to pit, and been fighting it out with Kenny for the last half of the race. But yeah, another toughie for Stoner. Jake in 9th, Troy in 10th, and I'll let you take it from 11th, Ashley.
Yeah, mate, Ashley Bittaker there. He's sporting a UPC tonight. He's loving the frame.
Good to hear.
Pete Espy in 12th, followed by Crossy. Jeff Burse, surprisingly back there in 14th, not where I expect my old mate Jeffro to be.
Had a big off earlier on, about halfway through the race.
Right. Ryan Gilbranson doing a great job there in 15. Racing Mule also dropped back there. We saw him up earlier. He's back in 16. The Audi of Soper there, a couple of laps down in 17. Zanarkos also not too far behind him, so those guys still battling. And we've got a DNF from Bear Grylls, mate.
Grills, that's a toughie for Bear. I think we both mentioned already tonight that Bear had a cracking race last week, and yeah, tough to hear that. We watched Mudgee, 5 seconds to go. on the clock. Mudge away, Mudgy just smashing it tonight in the Mondeo.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
awesome stuff from Mudgy. We haven't seen Mudgy at all.
Not at all.
On the
Year.
podium
No.
this series. No, not at all. And yet he's come here, and we're going 2 from 2, mate, as he crosses the line for the win.
Yeah.
Well done to Mudgy.
No doubt
Crompo
about
there, 1.7 seconds behind him.
Clearly-
Awesome effort from Crompo.
Clearly a dominant run from both of them there in race 2. Farmer.
And we see our John McDonald there. Another third place from John. Aaron Enright coming across the line with Glenn right behind him there for 4th and 5th. Steve-O bringing it home for a strong 6th place. Stoners and Kenny. That was on to the death, wasn't it? For 7 and 8. Jake coming through, and with Troy right behind him for the top 10. Behind that, mate, we've got Ashley coming in 11th. Pete Aspey just crossing the line there for 12th place. Jeff Burst coming around the final turn with Crossy in the grass behind him.
Yeah, wide again.
Wide again. 13 and 14 for those guys. And then, of course, we've got Ryan, Racing Mule, Soper, and Zanarkos all a lap down. Already completed this race. Ah, wow.
Look at that. What an epic race.
That was good. I enjoyed
stuff
that,
up the
David.
front there.
That was good stuff. Really interesting. We didn't know who was pitting, what the strategy was. We saw Crompo with an absolute flyer on his in-lap into the pits. Really thought he was going to jump Mudgy, but came out nearly 3 seconds behind him, mate. So
yeah, who would have thought
Mudgy
it?
did something outstanding
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And I mean that's what we love about pit stops, isn't it, mate? You know,
that's right, mate. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how short, long or short it is. If there's a pit stop involved, anything can happen. So
yes. We have to mention Glenn there with 2 jump starts tonight. From pole position, or maybe from P3 and pole from the final one there.
I think it was second and pole. So tough night. That's a bit of an uppercut for Gleno, you know, after such a good effort in qualifying. So, but for the best, who are we going to get up here? We got the best of all the other guys. What's going on?
Best of the rest. First of the Alphas,
which is the first of everybody. McDonald, Compton, and Mudgy.
John McDonald, who we are going to grab and drag him down here into the booth. Yeah, he was sitting out there looking at us, mate, through the window.
I thought I gave him a swipe card the other day. I thought he could get in anyway.
I told him he used to wait for the light to go green before he's allowed in.
Yeah, no, fair call. Yeah. You know where the beers are.
Yeah, well, thank you, because I need like about 10 of those after that round. Jesus.
Hey?
That's hard work, man.
Mate.
For a little track, that's just all on.
There's
spent.
No rest.
There's no rest.
There's not one straight bit on the whole bloody thing, is there?
No. Had huge moments all night, just wandering off the track a little bit here and there. But what a race! Unbelievable. There were so many turns for so many different guys. You know, through whatever reasons. I think Glenn had a bit of a spike there, which put him off the track.
Right.
Something to do with this. Car at the lights at the start wasn't
yes, we noticed another jump start from Glenn.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a CPU thing or what, but unlucky for Glenn because he had good pace and that robbed him of that. But geez, I'm sure for you guys, where do you look?
We don't know. We never know.
We need another 2 monitors and another 2 commentators, I think, really, to make it happen. So.
I swear, I'd come around every time I went around a lap. There was a different car off in a different part of the track somewhere. So
it was. It was great pace for the boys at the front. You guys weren't quite able to keep up a match with those guys tonight, but you still came through, John. Another 3rd place, mate. And a good solid points gain from you again. Back those points, mate.
Yeah,
Well, you're second in the championship, I think, at the moment.
Oh, I don't know.
Second or
Yeah,
third.
Might have
second.
gone down a bit from
you're
there.
second in the champ, mate. So you would have gained a few on Glenn. Obviously, you finished behind you in both races. So a good night for you, buddy. A good night.
I don't know what happened at race 1 and the first race. I got to go and check that out. But I went back there at turn 1. So
well, just looking at where you guys are at and the finishing positions tonight, John, I'll tell you, the top 3 points are going to be very close.
Oh, isn't it good though? Because that's what we want. The cars are just racing so close together, and look, it's fun. It is fun out there. But man, what a track! That's a great one to go down.
It is a good one.
Oulton Park, man. Yeah, great track.
Big fan. I'm a fan myself, mate. So yeah, and good to see you back on the podium again tonight, buddy. Well raced.
Thank you, John Boy. Thanks for the entertainment, mate.
Yep. Awesome.
We love to watch you. Good to see you back here again, and no doubt we'll probably, because you tend to be here every week, we will see you next week, mate.
let's hope so.
Hang on to that swipe card, mate, for the intro. Yeah. We'll let you know if we need it, mate.
And it doesn't get you into the fridge, though. So let's go.
It gets me to the top shelf, though.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Guys. Doing well.
Right.
User was moved out of your channel.
Good stuff, Davo. Our second place getter
Crompo.
tonight there, Crompo. Let's grab him down here. Drag his sorry ass into the comms box because he tried so fucking hard.
What a race.
Excuse the language there, boys, but man, did he put some pressure on Mudgee there leading into that pit stops. Yeah, you had a few good looks too, mate. Wow, good race, man. Good
Solid
race.
drive.
I was having a good pepper at him at the start, and then I sort of thought, oh, fuck, it's just going to slow us down, so I'll have a go at the end.
And that you did.
Yeah, right. Look, we wondered whether you just were quite comfortable sitting in behind him there with like sort of a 0.8 to a second gap there for a long time. And
good times.
All of a sudden, you started to really put some pressure on him with like 10 to go. And you did an amazing in-lap, mate. You did a 59.8 or a 59.7 on your in-lap into the pit stops. And we don't know how you lost nearly 2.5 seconds to him in the pit stops.
Yeah, that was a bit stink.
Yeah.
Coming out, seeing him up the road, I was like, oh, I thought it was
and he was up a bit too, the bloody cheeky bastard.
Yeah. Look, have a word to their pit crew, mate. Get your pit crew to talk to their pit crew, obviously.
Oh, mate, there's going to be some ass kicking in my crew, that's for sure.
Kick the Frenchies up their butt and they're working a bit quicker.
Yeah. Like Henry Ford knew how to work people, didn't he? So...
yeah, well, the French, they probably want, like snails or something, before they even pull a tyre off.
Yeah, baguettes, mate. Too many baguettes before the race, mate. All that bread weighing us down.
Too many croissants. Okay. No, well done, Ricky. Hey, mate, the points are going to be tied up the top, hey? That was a crazy little night tonight for the points-wise with Gleno having, some struggles. So I think watch those points closely over
actually,
the next
good point, Davo, because Crompo with 2 solid finishes there, so he might advance a little bit possibly with the points. Well done, mate. It was a good effort. It was great to watch, eh? Really great to watch you drive there. Yeah.
Good fun. Well done, Luke. And we will no doubt see you next week, I think.
Hope so.
All right, mate. Look, we haven't seen you on the top step yet, so up your game, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Slack, eh?
Sweet, bro. Okay. Thanks, mate. See ya.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay, one more to go.
Let's drag his sicko ass into the comms box.
Well, you know him better than I do, Farmer.
Let's try and keep it out of the gutter this time if we can. But we know that's where it's always going to go, isn't it? Yeah. It's going to go there.
I wasn't implying anything, Farmer.
Leave my personal things.
It's just your filthy mind, Farmer.
Just talk about the racing, Farmer, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well done, mate.
Awesome race, mate. Awesome race.
Dominant.
just between you and me and the gate post, I did say go Mungie at the start, and
Oh,
you
did
came through for me, bud. So
Oh, nice, awesome.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid effort and awesome pressure though from Crompo
Oh.
behind you.
It was
Um,
deja vu on turn 1 at the start again. It was like race 1.
Yeah,
That was
right.
Scary.
Yeah. Glenn jumped and then
Yep.
and then Crompo went wide again, let me pass, and then it was exactly the same.
It was exactly the same. Yep. So it was just head down, business as usual, take off. But Crompo stayed in touch this time.
Yeah, he did. He was there, like a whole race.
He was there a lot.
He was more than just there, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. He was faster. I felt he was faster. I had a good run down the bottom in the bowl there. I could get a good run out of there. And then, he went away a little bit and he came back, and then he was massive pressure in that last stint.
Yeah.
And then I just had a real good pit stop. I hit my marks. I only put 3 litres in, so I put the bare minimum.
Right.
I crossed that line with no fuel in the car.
Yep.
Wow.
That's
how you did it. Okay. We did question that because Crompo had an absolute amazing in-lap and a very good pit stop, and then all of a sudden you were 2.8 seconds ahead of him, mate.
Yeah.
After it, and we really questioned how that happened, but
we were
3
going to ask you to talk us through that pit stop, but obviously it only took like a sort of a nanosecond, so it's pretty hard to talk through that.
I practiced that. Yeah, I practiced the pit stop at the beginning of the race pretty religiously. I knew that would be a bit of a game breaker.
It was critical.
Yeah.
No, well, you definitely made it work, mate. Because you guys were so close. That really counted. We were watching it like so closely.
Yeah,
we were amazed how much you'd actually got on him when he came out. Like you were down the road, mate.
I was surprised as well. I thought he must have had a fucking duds pit stop.
No, he was quick. He was on it. His in-lap was amazing.
Yes.
It was so fast.
Yeah, well, he was just saying before he'd put 8 or 9 litres in.
Right.
And that's it. That's the killer, isn't it?
That would be a second or 2 there, I would imagine.
Okay.
So you literally calculated it to the last couple of mils, mate.
100%.
To get you across the line.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what it takes, mate. Yeah. That's what it takes. So.
Oh, and the car, when I came off the jacks too, like the car, the way the gearbox is ratioed here at the moment, like it just pulls off. Like you have to get the clutch right. I can get it out of that. Sometimes you can bog it down quite a bit.
Yes.
When it drops off those jacks.
Yes.
It hooked up, man. When I come off those jacks, it just pulled. Yeah.
And that's just tense there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It makes you smile when you get it right, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, look, we could talk about this all night, gents, but we'll have to wrap it up, mate. Awesome work, Ro.
Thank you.
It's going to mix the points up even more for everybody involved, and good to see the Monday up there, mate. I hope we see you next week again. Farmer, where are we going to go next week? Where are we going to see this man on the podium again?
We are going next week. We're going to the Red Bull Ring, mate. Short version. So
that's a triple crown around that one for me.
Mungie has gone very well there before. He has won a triple crown at the Red Bull Ring. So
watch this space.
Watch the space, eh? We will be. Yeah, excellent drive, mate. Top effort.
Nice one, mate.
Well done, buddy. Yeah.
Thanks for the broadcast, boys. Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Too easy,
Cheers,
mate. Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
Well, there you go, ladies and gents. That's it. Everyone's interviewed. That's done. ASRNZ BTCC Championship brought to you by Mackindale Constructions. Farmer, what a night. Round 3 at Oulton Park. My God.
Yeah. Cool, Davo. I loved it.
Yeah.
Great to call that with you. Excellent racing. Good controversy. Great stuff on the Mondeos.
We love controversy.
I take back what I said last week about the Monday. Thank you, boys, for setting that straight. And
he stands corrected.
Let's see if you can carry it on, though, eh? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not convinced just yet, but yeah.
And like you mentioned, mate, round 4. So that'll put us halfway through the season. Round 4 next week is at Red Bull Ring Short. Another awesome track, super fast, super flowy. Is it a Triple Crown? Is it or was he just?
Yeah, Munchie has won a Triple Crown there
In the
a couple of
GT3s or
years
something.
ago in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
GT3.
yeah.
So yeah, he does like the track. I personally finished very close behind him, trying to take that Triple Crown off him. Actually,
Yeah, I know.
Davo,
Well,
I remember it very well. So
why doesn't that surprise me?
yes, well done to him, and we look forward to that.
We do. So stay tuned, everybody. Please do join us again next Thursday night here at ASRNZ's Twitch channel. And I think that's pretty well it for tonight, Farmer. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, viewers. Don't forget to hook us up on YouTube, on Twitch. Thanks very much for joining in. Always a pleasure, Davo. And we'll see you next week.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye for now.